there's something that I invite you to notice in every single aspect of your life and also throughout the past. One thing you'll see is that everything in the world is imperfect. Nothing you attain or achieve is perfect or as your mind thought it would be. Even so, like, look through your past, okay? When you thought you wanted that perfect relationship and it would be amazing once this happens, then the relationship happened, and in the relationship there were imperfections. When you thought you wanted that dream job and that everything would be perfect as soon as you got that dream job, you got it, and in that job there were imperfections. Now, so on and so forth. In every situation, in every area of life, no matter who you are, no matter how rich or poor, physical life is filled with imperfections. And that's not to have a pessimistic attitude towards life, right? I'm getting to my point here. All the imperfection in the world is trying to point you towards a greater realization. It is trying to point you towards the direction of what is perfect. So let me get to that in a second. But one thing we must realize while on this journey, and if you haven't realized it yet, start to notice this. Right now, in your current situation, no matter what it may be, no matter how abundant or scarce you believe your life to be, your mind will paint out a picture that things right now are not perfect, but they're very close to being perfect if this happens and this happens and this happens. And perfection lies in the near future, which it paints out, and we put belief and identification into that future. And so all our actions in this moment are fueled by the need to achieve this destination where happiness resides. Happiness is on the other side of that mountain. And once we achieve those things or attain those things, now those things are recognized to have imperfections, and the mind is happy for a little while, but then even that is not enough. And so it wants the next thing or something greater, or the same thing that you have in a greater capacity, maybe money or love or whatever. So most of us have just gotten accustomed to this chase, and we see the imperfection in our current circumstances. And so we believe that in order to fix this, in order to heal this, we just need to chase other circumstances which are perfect. And we can remain just in this loop. Mankind has been in this loop for ages. But now, and throughout history as well, people have woken up to the fact that life, physical life, form, is by definition imperfect, unwhole, separate. The mind itself is what creates this illusion of separateness. Mind inherently feels separate. Why? Because mind, right, when you're thinking about something or perceiving something, there is me, this object, right, the one who is perceiving or thinking, and that which is there to be thought of or perceived. So there's already two. There's separateness. Mind is the sense of separateness. The greater you feel the sense of separateness, that's what we call fear. The more you feel this togetherness, the dissolution of mind and recognition of your oneness, of your wholeness, that is what is felt within as love, as happiness. So mind creates this, it inherently feels separate, right? It inherently feels lackful. And so its entire existence, because it is outward focused, is now chasing that wholeness, that sense of completeness, that sense of love, that sense of oneness, which is its source, but it seeks it in external circumstances. And so it gets the circumstances, it recognizes that this is also imperfect, and so it chases new circumstances, and it's on and on and on and on. Put an end to this chase. How? By recognizing that physical life as it is, no matter how amazing on Instagram you see it out to be, no matter how much personal freedom you have attained, your circumstances will be imperfect. There will be a need to achieve something more, something else, something greater, attain something, and happiness will always be on the other side. Or here in little moments, whereas the rest of the day is always filled with just chasing, wanting, manipulating. Okay? So now, this is not a pessimistic view on life at all. It's actually just realizing the truth. And the truth is not pessimistic at all. The imperfection of the physical is trying to point you towards seeking what is perfect, which is itself, you can say, the greatest desire that you can pursue in this form. Okay, the desire to, okay, I've realized that nothing can actually bring me lasting sourcefulness, lasting happiness, lasting joy, peace, fulfillment in the physical. So now we turn our attention within. Before it was going outward, now the attention is going within. And because it is within where the source of your attention lies, the source of mind, the source of reality as you know it lies. This is the reality, and not inside your body, but within. And so you can say that physical reality and life and form is designed to actually make you want to go inward and seek that perfection, the source of your self, of your person, the true self, what I always say, right? And that is what I also call shifting to higher consciousness, shifting from an ego state where we're constantly chasing towards the state of oneness, the state of recognizing our true self and living from that place. Now, when this mind, this ego, begins to turn inward in the pursuit of happiness and oneness, the mind, the one who starts this journey, right, is never the one who finishes this journey, the one who achieves realization, achieves happiness, achieves fulfillment, oneness. But that itself, the one itself, is dissolved in this pursuit. Because, again, as I said earlier, the mind itself is the source of this sense of separation, the sense of lack, the sense of being unwhole. So it can never achieve, or it can never be enlightened or realized or fulfilled, happy, whole. But on this journey, you can say, on this pursuit, that sense of separation, the sense of being a separate individual, is what begins to fade away, begins to dissolve. And your sense of self starts to shift from the separate individual to its true position, its natural position. And that is the path of self-inquiry. And that is why the way this channel has sort of turned its direction is towards these teachings, because this is, in my true expression now, the most significant and the greatest value that could be provided. So that is why we focus on self-inquiry, and that is really the nature of this journey. Nothing in the physical is perfect, and its imperfection is pointing you towards that which is perfect. So start to recognize this in your life, right? It's totally okay to have physical goals and go towards that. Nothing against that at all. But recognize that nothing you ever do or achieve or create will ever bring you lasting fulfillment or sourcefulness. If you are doing things for happiness, to feel whole, to feel worthy, it will never, ever come from what you do or create or achieve. That can only come from within, from recognizing your true self. So don't have that misplaced, okay? Achieve and create in everything, but know your true self, okay? And only once you know what you really are, can you actually relate in this world authentically, through love, through compassion, through the sense of togetherness, giving, okay? And be of greatest value and service to the world. So happy journey. If you have any questions about this, let me know in the comment section below. But I hope you found this video valuable and enjoyable. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you want to go deeper into this journey and make the shift from ego to presence, right? Dissolve your ego and recognize your true self and start to live from that space and create your life from that space, then work with me one-on-one. Apply for your free call down below and let's see if we're the right fit. Other than that, subscribe to this channel and I will see you in the next video.